All right, welcome Saturday morning cartoons. I hope you're enjoying this series that we're doing, rewatching it with me. I love hearing so many of you talking about your memories. It's going back and enjoying this great material that was done 30 something years ago. It's just crazy to think about. So we are in the middle of the Phoenix Saga. This is Starjammers episode. So good. Great action, good animation. The gladiators there with Landra. The Phoenix has to, respond to everything, goes across the globe and grabs the gladiator who's having his way with the X-Men at first, and then the Phoenix just throws him, right? The Emperor shows up, and that's kind of where we're at, right? It's this battle over this crystal that has ignited the Phoenix that is inside of Jean, growing and growing and growing. Cyclops and Beast and Storm show up, and it's like it becomes literally, quote, this battle to save the galaxy, which it's funny how at the MCU they've kind of ruined some of that, right? Because back then this was like really, really cool how a lot of things were just logistical battles, conflicts with Juggernaut or Magneto was doing something. We didn't have something on this kind of scale. So it allows for sort of like this cosmic perspective that Marvel was offering that we didn't really see much in the DC side of things. And I remember reading those comics, and I wasn't really into X-Men in the beginning. And once I did, I kind of really went down the rabbit hole and kind of spiraled out and realized that, man, what a interesting and rich element to the Marvel universe that they add. And it is so good. So by the way, when they're Jean and the Phoenix uh exit some of that and you have this like psychic connection, it is pretty fun to see like a Doctor Strange or an Emma Frost cameo, by the way. Super cool. And Wolverine has, they got to give Wolverine the lines. Like he is the fan favorite. He's the one that everyone loves. They all want to be. Many of the other characters are popular. I get it, but not like Wolverine, who's like, next time I'll take the bus. I just laugh, right? So they're on Lalandra's ship. There's the crystal, and Jean slash Phoenix is already sensing that the Emperor is there. Everyone gets zapped, and Beast has some remarks. They're definitely fighting back and forth, and you meet the Starjammers who basically take everybody out. And Jean figures things out but won't say anything to either Logan or Cyclops or anyone else really, in that she knows that this guy is Scott's dad, right? Now, Cyclops is actually not being taken hostage and captured. He's actually going to be used as a weapon, the last one we'll ever need, right? It's the line in the show, and it's it's a lot of a deeper subtext that's always going on in this episode, and I like that a lot, right? I will say it is interesting to see how Eric the Red was very elevated a couple episodes ago, and now he's sort of like just mocked and cast aside, right? And Corsair, the Starjammers have been betrayed. Gladiator is calling all this out. um, Everything is just kind of a mess, right? Because Starjammer's like, I want money, right? It's like a bounty thing. And it's really about getting Cyclops close enough to, execute the Emperor, right? And it's kind of got this plan because the Emperor had killed basically Cyclops' mom. He doesn't know it's who it is, but that depth is there. I don't know how much as kids this was easy to get our hold of how deep all this was. I was really not appreciating Starjammers when I was really kind of reading it. It's because the name is so cheesy and cheeky. And it's like, man, there's a lot of cool depth here, a lot of interesting things that are working behind the scenes, right? I will say it took a little bit before you get some of that action going on. You get this back and forth about Cyclops and the moral conflict of this. You have Jean and Phoenix kind of at odds with each other, where Jean's body has to recover each time Phoenix manifests. So that's creating some delays and setting up some tension as well for how that's going to actually work before we finally get the X-Men and the Emperor's ship and a fight scene and all the different things that are happening. And of course, it's all a trap. It's all a trick. It's not really the Emperor. It's a shapeshifter. Cue the music, fight scenes. By the way, this is again why we have to push back against girl boss neo feminist nonsense. So in this episode, there's a scene where Beast is holding up the gate. Wolverine kind of zips underneath there and he's trying to hold it. When Rogue catches up, Rogue grabs it and just goes whoosh, whips it up because she's so much more powerful than they both are. It's fantastic. It's just the subtleties of that shouldn't go unnoticed. And I want to make sure you catch that. So Once the Emperor has the crystal, he can start the process of destroying everything, opening what is called a negative galaxy, kind of a negative thing that will just basically suck everything in. And that basically sets up our finale for the Phoenix Saga, which we'll have next week. It's pretty great. Hopefully you're enjoying it. It's some great comic books. It's some great lore. It hopefully challenges what you think of when you think of the X-Men to really get into sort of like the cosmic elements as well. They're kind of out of their water, but they also bring such a interesting dynamic into these conflicts that you wouldn't get with some other teams. So super good stuff. Had a great time watching the episode. Listen, as always, fun stuff today. Coming up after this, Netter's Network has a little clip where she reminisces about some of her memories. Of course, more Saturday morning commercials coming at you right now. And then at 9:30, we get Batman animated series, doing a rewatch there. Another great episode over there as well. Love hearing from you guys. Loving hearing your thoughts, your favorites, your comments. Keep it coming. I'm Pops. Have a blessed day. Talk to you guys soon.
CBS presents this program in color.
Hey, kid. You think you're an X-Man? Okay. Name him.
Wolverine, Cyclops, Beast, Gambit, Rogue, Sabretooth, Magneto, Cable, Storm, Professor X, Phoenix, Bishop, Archangel, Apocalypse, Iceman,
You forgot some.
Mr. Sinister, Omega Red, Colossus, Juggernaut, Weapon X, Sauron, Longshot, Pyro, Gladiator.
Name him. Join him. Collect him. The X-Men collection. Sold separately.
There's something strange in the neighborhood.
So who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Each sold separately.
Have no fear. Venkman, Steph, and Spengler are here. So are these ghosts. They've got ectoplasm. We've been goofed. Now what? Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Let's show this pile of dessert who's boss. Activate Neutrona Blaster. We ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Peter Venkman, Ectoplasm, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and other figures each sold separately. Ghostbusters, new from Kenner.
We'll be right back.
So there I was, when it hit me. A crunchberry craving. Those crunchy, fruity berries, they had to be mine. I need crunchberries.
All out. But we do have mushberries and blobberries.
No! Follow that crunch! I was getting closer and closer and tapping. Is that?
Well, it's not tuna noodle casserole.
No, it's the crunchberry part of my balanced breakfast. Finally!
I hate it when that happens. Crunch berries, the only berries with Captain's Crunch.
Hi, I'm Trini, the Yellow Ranger. Being a Power Ranger takes control, concentration, and quick reflexes. It's tough work with Rita's creepy monsters always nearby. I call on the power of the saber-toothed tiger to protect the galaxy. So, catch me and the other Mighty Morphin Power Rangers next on Fox.
From planet Cybertron comes Optimus Prime's greatest challenge. Megatron, the evil Decepticon leader, crushes Prime with power sound treads. Transforming from battle tank to deadly robot with power arm lasers and lock and load super sound cannon. Megatron can blast Prime into spare parts. Listen to the voice of doom. Transformers Generation 2. Megatron is all you see here. Optimus Prime sold separately.
Yeah. Right?